Welcome to our channel. Today, we will explore the harmful effects that are seriously impacting wildlife in Africa. One of the most unique ecosystems on the planet. Illegal hunting and wildlife trafficking are among the most serious issues in Africa, directly affecting the population of rare species and the global ecosystem. In recent years, poaching, particularly targeting elephants and rhinos, has significantly increased. Elephants are killed for their ivory, while rhinos are hunted for their horns, two products with high value on the international black market. It is estimated that each year, around 20,000 elephants are killed just for their ivory. The rising demand from Asia for these products has made poaching uncontrollable. Organized crime groups, armed with modern weapons, relentlessly hunt these animals. This not only threatens the survival of these species but also causes serious damage to wildlife reserves, and those working to protect these animals. Rhino horns are considered white gold on the black market, sold at exorbitant prices due to the false belief that they can cure diseases. Despite scientific evidence proving that rhino horns are just keratin, the same substance as human nails, many people still pursue them, pushing the species toward extinction. In addition to rhinos and elephants, many other animals such as leopards, giraffes, and zebras are also threatened by poaching. Without strict protective measures, we may lose these iconic African species forever. Habitat loss is one of the main reasons pushing many animal species in Africa to the brink of extinction. The primary causes include population growth, expansion of agricultural land, and the exploitation of natural resources such as deforestation and mining. Rich forests and vast grasslands, home to millions of animal species, are being destroyed for construction, agriculture, and urban development. This has placed immense pressure on wildlife as animal habitats shrink. Many species are forced to migrate to other areas in search of food and shelter. However, these new areas often lack the resources necessary for their survival. This puts many species at risk of facing new challenges such as food and water shortages or being hunted as they encroach on human-populated areas. For example, lions, which traditionally live in wide grasslands, are losing their natural habitats and are being pushed closer to human settlements, leading to dangerous conflicts. Giraffes, an iconic species of Africa's savanna, are also losing the lush grasslands they depend on for survival as land is converted for agriculture. Additionally, deforestation for timber has destroyed many ancient forests, impacting species like chimpanzees and gorillas. These forests not only provide shelter but also serve as their primary food source. Without their natural habitats, these species lose their ability to reproduce and survive in the wild without effective conservation efforts and land management. Habitat loss will continue to pose a major threat to Africa's biodiversity. Protecting wildlife reserves and establishing ecological corridors to connect fragmented habitats are crucial solutions to ensuring the survival of many wild species in Africa. Climate change is currently one of the most serious threats to wildlife in Africa. The consequences of rising global temperatures, erratic weather patterns, and prolonged droughts have drastically altered ecosystems across many regions. This not only affects humans but also poses major challenges for animal species, particularly those that rely on water sources and vegetation for survival. Regions such as the Sahara Desert have expanded significantly over the past few decades, forcing many animals to abandon their traditional habitats in search of new environments. Species like elephants, giraffes, and zebras, which depend on grasslands and natural water sources, are struggling to find food and water as their surroundings become increasingly dry. The depletion of water resources not only threatens wildlife survival but also intensifies conflicts between humans and animals as both compete fiercely for survival. One species particularly affected by climate change is the black rhino, which is facing the risk of extinction. As wetlands and grasslands, where they traditionally live, dry up, rhinos are forced to move to more remote and dangerous areas in search of food. This also makes them more vulnerable to poachers. Additionally, rising temperatures have negative impacts on the reproductive processes of many animal species. In Africa, many bird and reptile species depend on stable temperatures to regulate their reproduction. Erratic temperature changes disrupt this process, leading to a rapid decline in population numbers. Climate change is not only affecting land animals but is also threatening marine life in Africa. Ocean acidification, caused by excessive CO2 absorption, is severely impacting coral reefs, which are home to thousands of fish and marine species. The decline of coral reefs leads to the loss of food and shelter for many marine creatures, pushing them toward extinction. Climate change is a global issue, but Africa, with its unique and diverse ecosystems, is one of the most heavily impacted regions. Reducing carbon emissions, protecting wildlife reserves, and researching adaptive measures for climate change are crucial to ensuring the survival of Africa's wildlife. Human-animal conflict is a serious problem in many parts of Africa. As humans continue to expand agricultural lands, build residential areas, and develop infrastructure, wildlife is forced out of its natural habitats, leading to encroachment into human-inhabited areas. Animals such as elephants, lions, and leopards often find themselves in dangerous situations when they destroy crops or attack livestock. For instance, elephants can decimate entire fields in just a few hours, causing significant losses for local farmers. In response, many farmers retaliate by killing these animals, further increasing the risk of extinction for several species. However, it is not only the animals that suffer. Conflicts also result in significant losses for human communities. In many areas, local governments and conservation organizations are working to mitigate these conflicts by building fences, promoting sustainable farming practices, and creating conditions for humans and wildlife to coexist harmoniously. Pollution and disease are two major threats to wildlife in Africa. Industrial activities, plastic waste, and chemical dumping into water sources have severely impacted the health of many animal species. Rivers and lakes, which are crucial for millions of species, are becoming heavily polluted, reducing animals' access to clean water. In particular, plastic pollution is a serious issue. Many animals, such as fish, birds, and turtles, have swallowed plastic fragments or become trapped in waste, leading to death from suffocation or malnutrition. Moreover, the spread of diseases from livestock and humans to wildlife is increasing. The degradation of natural habitats and closer contact with humans make many wild animals more susceptible to new diseases, including infectious ones. These factors are causing a significant decline in animal populations, pushing many species closer to extinction. The harms we have discussed, illegal poaching, habitat loss, climate change, human-animal conflict, pollution, and disease, are all contributing to the wildlife crisis in Africa. Without timely and decisive actions, we may lose many precious species, and this loss will affect not only Africa's ecosystems but the entire planet. However, there is still hope. Each of us can help protect wildlife by raising awareness, supporting conservation organizations, and reducing our negative impact on the environment. Let's come together to safeguard animals by backing conservation campaigns, avoiding wildlife products, and promoting environmental protection. Join us in raising awareness and taking action today to protect wildlife. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our latest videos on nature conservation.